Using MasterBuild is simple and logical. After you've registered, you can log in with the email and password you chose when you first registered. When MasterBuild opens, you'll see a home icon, a dashboard link, a new consent link, and a MasterBuild menu that will give you access to your account. Underneath, you'll see a stage bar offering you access to all the parts of the application process. You can do them in order or in any order once you're underway. You can also save your application for later, reload your page, or use the next button to move to the next stage. As you progress, the grey circles in each part of the stage bar will show whether you've completed a stage, are partway through a stage, or yet to begin a stage. Let's make an application for a small project. Start by entering the address of the property for which you'll be filling in the application for a building consent. To make it easy, just begin with the street number, and then begin typing the name of the street. It may automatically fill it in for you, but if it doesn't, MasterBuild can refine your options as you continue. Click Search, and MasterBuild will show you all the properties that match your search. In this case, there's only one property at this address. Select your choice and click on the button to add it, save for later, or use the next button to continue, and you're underway. Note that the stage bar shows we've completed the first stage and are ready for the next. The MasterBuild reference number is the unique number assigned to your application. If you have more than one, each project will have its own reference number in your MasterBuild dashboard project list. This helps you keep track of your applications. You can make up dummy projects to get used to the system if you want, just don't submit them. You can try it on your own house, for example. You can delete your test projects from your dashboard. If you accidentally submit a dummy project, we'll be quick to let you know. Here's one we baked earlier. Click it to select it. Click Next. Here's the MasterBuild reference number for this application, our address, and our property description. Let's move to the next stage, Consent Type Selection. Here are all the types of consents. For this demonstration, we've kept it simple and are applying for a consent to install a fireplace in the council chambers, so the classification under the Building Act is alterations and repairs. You'll note that under that, we've specified heating, fire, solar. Let's go to the next stage, entering our contact details. When you fill out the contact details, you must include separate details for the person who's making the application, the owner of the property, and the person paying the bills. In some cases, all three are the same, but in other options, they may be all different. It provides for every option. It's your choice. When you've finished, click Next to move to the project information stage. Again, the process simply follows the logical order of the Building Act. So now, you're asked what you're applying for. In our case, it's only a building consent. The answers we give in each section from this point on determine how many questions we need to answer later in the process. For example, MasterBuild gives us the option to apply not just for a residential consent, but also, say, for a commercial consent. In our case, the council building is classed as a commercial property. As you work through the questions, you'll notice that some fields are compulsory, such as the full description of the proposed building work. Here, we've written Install new freestanding fireplace in council chambers. We're not applying for a PIM, so we'll leave this section blank. Where MasterBuild asks you to tick which evidence of ownership is attached, you don't need to have miraculously figured out how to do that earlier. We have a special stage at the end for you to upload all attachments and drawings. When you finish this section, you can save and come back later, or click Next to move to the consent type questions. These questions will change depending on the project type. For example, if you were doing a house, but you also decided you wanted to add a swimming pool to the consent application, MasterBuild will also take you to a whole swimming pool section, which guides you through all the requirements under the Fencing of Swimming Pool Act as well. In our case, there are only a few questions because all we're doing is a small project. Where you have an answer, check Yes. If it doesn't apply, check NA. If you check No, MasterBuild will not progress until you can answer everything required for your application. But the process will be much faster if you can answer everything now. When you're done, the next section is the code clause questions. When you choose the code clauses that apply to your project, MasterBuild will give you multiple choice options for the way your project will comply with the relevant part of the standard building code, or the option to show an alternative solution. For example, E2 moisture. Where the flue goes through the roof, we have potential for a leaky roof. As part of the design, you must show how you're going to keep the water out. If you have problems with this part, you can save, go away and research the answers, get help, or give us a call and we'll explain the options. When you're done, click Next to move to the stage where you can upload your drawings and documents. In our case, we have uploaded 3 documents, To upload a document, click the plus, select the document type, fill in a description, choose the file, and navigate to the file on your computer. You can only upload PDFs, but any CAD program will export your plans as PDFs, and you can scan drawings and spit them out as PDFs too. You'll also find some industry suppliers are more than happy to scan your drawings and give you a PDF to submit. Some places do it free, others may charge. If you're not sure, just ask them. For a small fee, council can also do it for you. Whatever the case, make sure it's no bigger than A2. The current standard today for residential is A3. Also remember that your scans must be legible and comply with the scales required. Plans scribbled with thick carpenter's pencils or marker pens are often not helpful and may be rejected. If you've already uploaded a document, MasterBuild will let you know, and it's smart enough not to duplicate your documents. Now we've reached the stage where we're able to submit the application. You'll have a chance to check your application. This summary is similar to the current paper summary you get. You can even download a copy to your computer. When you're ready, click Submit. Here's your reference number, and you can always come back into your dashboard and review this project at any time. If, after you've submitted your application, you realize that you need to change something, you can always go back and adjust it, then resubmit it. The more times you resubmit, the longer your job will take, so it's smarter to get it right sooner. Once you've submitted your application, it shows up at the Backstage page for staff with your MasterBuild reference number and lets the staff know it's awaiting assessment. They then assign it to a staff member who can then check your uploaded documents, match your contact details to council's official records, and check you've answered all the project questions. If there are any incorrect answers, the staff member will write a note identifying the issues. You'll then get an email asking for that detail. If it's okay, they'll move to the code clauses, following the same process we did when filling it out. If council staff forget to check something, MasterBuild also lets them know, so it's thorough on both sides. When everything is all correct and accepted, your application will go into the technical review process. At this point, your consented and approved plans will be uploaded to the Consent Tracker application, from which you can now print your plans, view, and track your project. MasterBuild. Simple, logical, residential or commercial, 24/7. Developed by InfoMaster and Thames-Coromandel District Council.